love to share a little bit about what I mean by invitation into the feminine. Like, what is the feminine? And there's so much here, and I'm just going to touch on some aspects of her, just so that we can open into the field together. So the way that I experience her is she's that downpouring of grace, the divine feminine. Yeah, she's that awakening of the power from the earth rising up. And this is really the downpouring of the grace and the rising up of the power. This is where the sacred and the wild feminine come together. And when I speak about the power of the feminine, this is not someone powerful. This is a deep surrender to allowing the power of her to move through you, to move through your heart, through your body. Yeah, like the thunderstorm, the volcano, the wild ocean. That's the power of the feminine, the power of life. Being fully alive and just allowing life to move you. This divine grace of the divine feminine, this requires a deep surrender and opening too. It's a humbling. She comes when there's a deep humbling, like a deep letting go. When there's the communication around, we're held by her grace. I'm remembering the time of my life where I was really kind of stepping off edges in my life, and I was just in this devotion to her, and didn't have a home, and I was traveling from country to country to country, and I didn't have much money, but I knew that I was here to serve her. And each time I let go, the grace was to hold me. And there I was held by a woman in her home where she hosted me. And there I offered my work, and then I went over to the next country. And this repeated for many years, 3 years. But that was really an example of letting go into that grace and being held by her. And this can happen on a moment-to-moment basis, or even a daily basis, where we really devote to receiving her in that way. And then she brings us the divine guidance that we're needing, the healing, the strength. When I speak about the feminine strength, this is an unwavering strength. I say to women, it's the safest place to be is in your feminine. Deeply rooted in that primordial pulse of the earth. There is so much stability there, women. So much resource. It's like we plug in there, and then there's an unwaveringness. We don't need to be stabilized by the outside anymore. We feel that stability inside. And as we know, what's happening in the outside world at the moment is a deconstruction of the structures. It's like, how can we live in times of groundlessness? Is really through that anchoring deep inside of her primordial pulse. So that's really like the kind of bigger aspects of her. And then she's that nourishment and that nurturance of the mother that you have perhaps always needed since you were a young child. So she gives us that holding, that nourishment and that nurturance. She brings love to the deepest, most tender baby parts of ourselves. It's such deep healing. She melts through the hardness, the protection, the defenses, the resistance. She just holds us Yeah, in that way. And she's also that awakening force, right? She wakes us up. She burns through untruths. Yeah, she burns through the conditioned ways of the feminine. Yeah. She burns through the constructs of the feminine. She burns through what's not true. Yeah. So there's that power of her. And then within our womanly bodies, yeah, you know that feeling when we just feel like at home. Yeah. You just feel that yummy, soft, nourishing, and you just feel so filled with this honey, yeah, this sensual nectar, yeah, of life. This is her inside of our bodies, yeah. This is where the body just feels so soft and flowing and lush and juicy, and you just feel, and it's got nothing to do with being the object of desire, nothing to do with needing to look in any specific way. It's a beauty, the beauty of the feminine emanates and radiates from the inside, from the deepest inner petals inside of your heart and your yoni. And that radiates out. It's this love. She's this love inside where you just feel that you are love, that you are love. Mm-hmm. So all that you're longing for outside, right? The deepest longing to be loved, to be seen, to be all of that, whatever that is, that's in here. That's that when we unite with her and her love and the essence of her, we are home within ourselves. This grasping, this outside drops away, and the longing becomes a gateway. The longing becomes a gateway deeper and deeper and deeper into the essence of you. Yeah, the magic of you, the honey, the sweetness, the radiance, the beauty, the wisdom, yeah, the nurturance, the nourishment, all of that just becomes more of who you truly are. And what happens in this journey is we get to meet the deepest parts of ourselves. There's no rising above of our humanity. There's no rising above the shadow. There's no rising above anything. There's no transcending out of here. Yeah. It's a full, I call it like a descension. she's the descension, yeah, journey. And then she rises. Yeah. Yeah, full inclusion and healing and welcoming of all the parts. Yeah, the mother does not exclude. Yeah, she doesn't separate. She loves. She doesn't make wrong. She doesn't blame. She doesn't point fingers. She loves. Mm. And there we get to give that to ourselves. And we get to give that to our children and our intimate partners and our friends and our families and our communities. And on another level, she births who you truly are. Great Mother births your unique essence, your unique purpose, why you are here. Yeah? She unwinds the conditioning of where you came from. Yeah, the lineage patterns, the personal stories from our past, the conditioning, the past life memories, the cultural conditioning. She unwinds that, unfurls that, releases that, with not needing to analyze anything or pathologize anything. Right? She really is magical in that way. Yeah. So she births our unique essence, why we are here. That starts to come through more and more and more. And then we get to receive the gifts of our stories. Yeah. And where we came from. And we get to embrace our human story as wisdom.